Hey guys, this is Battleboy911 here. You may have seen my Battlefield 3 videos such as Battlefield is Beautiful or Back to Karkan Moments of Awesome. I just wanted to share my knowledge on how to capture cinematic footage in Battlefield 3. First of all, you will need a recording program. I prefer Fraps, and I highly recommend that you buy it. Although if you want to get into videos, I highly recommend you either get a second drive or an external drive, since Fraps videos are huge in file size. The best way to record without any frame loss is to have two hard drives in RAID 0. What RAID 0 does is basically doubles the speed of the drives, allowing you to record faster. Alright, let's get started. I recorded this in Battlefield 3 with Fraps. What you want to do is get out your PDWR, if unlocked, of course. Open up the developer console by hitting the tilde key, which is the key to the left of the number 1 button. Once you have the console open, you are going to type this code. You're going to type UI.drawEnable space 0. This will remove all HUD features, including the chat box and the escape menu. Also, the respawn screen. So whenever you die, you would either have to spam the enter key or re-enable the HUD to spawn. Once the HUD is disabled, you can hit the J key. What this does, it opens up the chat box and moves the gun to the side, giving you a gun-free view of the battlefield. Just be aware that you will be typing stuff and you won't know it, so if you hit enter, you're going to be typing random gibberish into the background. The only downside about recording this way is that you can't move around or look around. To get your gun back, just hit enter. Re-enable the HUD by typing in the console UI.drawEnable1. Space 1. Yeah, that's right. Next is the recording method I prefer, which is to take out your grenades, either scroll down with the mouse button, or hit the 5 key. Next, disable the HUD again, and view the objects you want in your video, whether it be people, scenery, or whatever. You want to be careful when moving around. The objects you want to be focused on should be just above the grenades. Imagine a black bar covering the grenade, because that's where the black bars will be when you edit it later. You want to look around slowly. I found that you can actually run with the grenades too when recording. After you get your footage, you can exit the game. Alright, so we are going to edit this in Adobe Premiere CS3. We're going to make a new project and call it Tutorial. You want to use HDV1080p30 as the file type. I record all my footage in 1080p, so yours might be different. After you press OK, you want to go to File, Import, and then find the videos you want to edit. The videos I recorded were in my Skyrim folder because I am terrible at organizing things. When done importing them, they will appear on the left, and you can drag and drop them into the timeline. You can press the play button to view the footage. What I'm doing now is going to depart with the grenades in the timeline. I'm going to just where it starts, and I'm going to hit Control K. What this does is it cuts the video where the line is at, so you can have two parts to edit or delete. After I delete the beginning part, I'm holding just the grenades in the video. I'm going to go to Video Effects, Transform, Crop, and drag it onto the clip I want cropped. I then double-click the clip in the timeline and go to Effect Controls. From here, I can control the cropping. We are going to crop the video from the bottom to about 30%. Make sure to test the footage to make sure the grenade isn't bobbing over the bar. You don't want that. As you can see, it was, so we crop it just a bit more to 33%. Next, in Effect Controls, we will go to Motion and type in 720. If the bars don't look even, you can always adjust it. I adjusted mine to about 700. That looks quite nice, so we can test the footage again. When you have multiple clips while holding grenades, you can just copy over the effect layers by selecting Crop and Motion, and pressing Ctrl-C. Then, double-click your other clip, go to Effect Controls, and press Ctrl-V, and it automatically crops and moves the video. When exporting my videos, I have my export saved, by the way. It just makes it a lot easier. I use the QuickTime file type. You can see my options here. Video compressor is H.264, frame size 1920 by 1080p, frame rate is 30 FPS, square pixels 1.0, and quality. The quality bar is there for a reason. The higher the quality, the bigger the file size. My videos are usually 75% full quality, mostly because it takes a long time to upload to YouTube. Also, when you are new to YouTube, you have a file size limit up to 2 GB, so the quality slide is good for that also. Then, just your standard audio options, you don't have to really mess around with those. Next, hit OK and name your file, and you're done. Let it render and save. I warn you, this could take a long time on lower end PCs. You need to have a very nice graphics card if you want to render fast. After all that, it's finished and you can preview your video. Just make sure it looks like you want it to. And if you need to re-edit it, you can always just go back to your Adobe Premiere. This was my first tutorial, so please excuse all my loud breathing and stuttering. I hope you learned something from this tutorial and that it helped you in some way. Happy video editing. Again, this has been Battleboy 911. Have a nice time on a battlefield.